Hello and welcome to Security Weekly News. On this week's show, the last Security Weekly show of 2023, we have Deepfakes, China, Strangest scams, NordVPN, Russia, Aaran Leyland, and more on today's Security Weekly News show.
This is a Security Weekly production for security professionals by security professionals. Please visit securityweekly.com/subscribe to subscribe to all the shows on our network.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
It's the show that keeps you up to date on the latest security news twice a week. Your trusted source for accurate security information and expert analysis. It's time for the Security Weekly News. AI, accelerated cloud adoption, and hybrid work are fundamentally shifting how business gets done. The old way of securing your people, apps, and data doesn't work and scale anymore. To stay ahead, today's organizations need to reimagine their security and networking infrastructure with a cloud-first, unified SASE architecture. Join Palo Alto Networks and leading technologists from across the globe for SASE Converge 2023, a two-day virtual experience, November 15th and 16th. Revealing how SASE powered by advanced AI can drive better security and networking outcomes. Register today at securityweekly.com/Palo Alto.
Application Security Weekly delivers interviews and news from the worlds of AppSec, DevOps, and all the other ways people find and fix software flaws. Join us as we explore how the latest news highlights modern security practices or reminds us of the missing ones. We also bring insights from interviews on topics from training to threat modeling, from open source tools to cloud-native techniques, plus an occasional reference from new wave to synthwave. Find us at securityweekly.com/subscribe or look for Application Security Weekly wherever you pick your podcasts.
Welcome back to this week's news. Can you see my Christmas hat? If not, you need to get on YouTube and actually watch the video. Okay, also we have a reminder of some of the stories from this year. And by now, you will know that I like some consolidation, so you will be getting lots of that. You will have noticed that Dr. Doug is missing today, but do not worry. He will be back with the first show in the new year. Today's first article, with all the links in the show notes as ever, from fortune.com, a quiet cybersecurity revolution is touching every corner of the economy as US allies pull all the levers to face new threats. Okay, the key takeaways. SEC's new disclosure rules. Public companies must report breaches within 4 days, amplifying consequences beyond data loss. It is my personal hope that this transparency push incentivizes robust security practices and strengthens accountability. But time will tell, and I'm not betting Christmas on it. Hidden earthquake, the federal government is quietly pushing mandatory cybersecurity standards across all 16 critical infrastructure sectors, including subsectors like real estate and retail. This holistic approach ensures broader resilience and protects vital infrastructure beyond traditional sectors. And as regular listeners, you will know that I mostly worry about critical national infrastructure. It's also worth you worrying about it. And to be honest, it would be a great specialization for anybody that wants to look into it. Global effort led by the US, 12 nations are collaborating in a cybersecurity movement, aiming for a fortified global digital economy. I personally believe that the international alignment strengthens defenses and creates a united front against cyber threats. At least that's what it says in the tin. And unity is definitely a holiday wish for me. Market boom, a cybersecurity compliance boom is expected by this report, impacting the legal landscape with potential fraud lawsuits. Compliance boom being a term that I've only noticed recently. It refers to a significant increase in demand for organizations to comply and new and evolving cybersecurity regulations and standards. This market transformation, while positive, might raise costs and barriers to entry, requiring careful monitoring. And as you will know, achieving compliance with ISO and NIST is not free. And then at DORA, which really caught my attention recently, It's just money, 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 and it's definitely not for free. Okay, no escape. The US government is using all levers, regulations, executive orders, and False Claims Act lawsuits to enforce minimum cybersecurity standards nationwide. While deterring fraud, the False Claims Act could lead to increased litigation and unintended consequences. Balancing enforcement and due process is crucial. Just what we need, more lawyers, right? Okay, paradigm shift. Cybersecurity becomes a legal and economic imperative, not just a best practice. This is the key takeaway from the report. Cybersecurity is no longer optional. It's fundamental for digital operations. But hey, you already knew that. Everybody else seems to be finally catching up. At least we hope. Okay. Overall, this article highlights a significant and far-reaching effort by the US government to improve national cybersecurity posture, while implementation challenges and legal implications remain. The article effectively conveys the transformative impact this quiet revolution will have on businesses and the broader economy. I think that it will certainly cost more. I just hope that we're getting bang for our buck. Okay, next story from Computer Weekly. Top 10 cybersecurity stories of 2023 with number 1, NCSC exposes Iranian and Russian spear phishing campaign targeting the UK. The UK's National Cybersecurity Centre, NCSC, warned of a persistent campaign of hostile state-backed cyber attacks targeting political figures, journalists, and other prominent individuals. This has been a massive mainstream story over here, this side of the pond. The attacks originating from Iran and Russia sought to gather intelligence and undermine the political process, sounding remarkably similar to DNC hacks. Surprise, surprise there. Okay, the key takeaway. Nation states actively use cyber attacks to target critical infrastructure and influence politics. And tell me something I don't know, and we'll definitely mention that again today. Number 2, NCSC warns over AI language models, but rejects cyber alarmism. The NCSC issued a report on the potential security risks of generative AI and large language models like ChatGPT. However, unlike some, they also called for a balanced approach, rejecting claims that AI possesses an existential threat. The key takeaway from this, AI presents both opportunities and security challenges, requiring a responsible and nuanced approach. And you'll have heard me say that just last week. Number 3, what can security teams learn from a year in cyber warfare? Experts discussed the lessons learned from Ukraine's cyber defenses and their implications for global cybersecurity following the first anniversary of the Russian-Ukraine war. And actually, we're nearly at the second anniversary. Key takeaways, Ukraine's resilience provides valuable insights for all defenders, emphasizing preparedness, collaboration, and information sharing. And honestly, if I only had one Christmas wish, actually one wish, it would be an end to this war and the halting of the Russian aggression. Number 4, UK TikTok ban gives us all cause to consider social media security. The UK government banned the use of TikTok on government devices. I asked why it was there in the first place, to be honest. Due to concerns over potential Chinese influence, this sparked broader discussions about social media risks and responsible online information management. Key takeaway on that, social media platforms can be exploited for malicious purposes, and users must be critical of information and practice good cyber hygiene. Honestly, I would not want Chinese hackers in my house, although they're probably there already. Number 5, Lindy Cameron calls for collaboration and warns against complacency. NCSC CEO Lindy Cameron delivered a keynote address at their annual conference, emphasizing the need for industry-wide collaboration and urging attendees not to become complacent in the face of evolving threats. Key takeaway from that, collaboration and initiative-taking approach are crucial to effectively address the diverse and complex challenges of the cyber landscape. I do ask myself, really, can we be friends? I hope we can. Number 6, GovAssure cyber regime launches across UK government. The UK government launched the GovAssure cybersecurity regime, a set of enhanced security measures. It's like these are coming at us from everywhere, aren't they? designed to protect the IT systems underpinning public services. This initiative aims to improve the overall cybersecurity posture of the government and its agencies. Key takeaway from this: governments must prioritize robust cyber defenses to protect critical infrastructure and ensure the continuity of essential public services. I think we've got a theme today. Number 7, Barracuda ESG users told to throw away their hardware. Ridiculous. A security vulnerability in Barracuda Network's email security gateway product forced users to discard their affected hardware due to the ineffectiveness of a patch. This incident highlighted the importance of thorough vulnerability testing and responsible product updates. Key takeaway from this: organizations must carefully evaluate and update their security software to mitigate vulnerabilities and avoid potential data breaches or system disruptions. Number 8, Microsoft issues new warning over Chinese cyber espionage. This is crazy. Microsoft revealed that an advanced persistent threat, APT actor, linked to China exploited a vulnerability in a Microsoft account consumer signing key to access US government email accounts. This incident raised concerns about the sophistication of Chinese cyber espionage efforts and the need for stronger security measures. That's ridiculous. Key takeaway on this: nation-state actors are constantly developing and deploying sophisticated cyber attacks, requiring organizations and individuals to be vigilant and implement robust security controls. I will say this: until I'm in a hole in the ground, you must treat your environment like they are already inside and you're trying to get rid of them. Number 9, data center management vulnerabilities leave public cloud at risk. Researchers at DEF CON hacking conference, we love DEF CON, discovered vulnerabilities in key data center power supply and management products used by major public cloud providers. This finding exposed a potential security risk for cloud infrastructure and emphasized the importance of supply chain security. Key takeaway: vulnerabilities in critical infrastructure components can have cascading effects on dependent systems, highlighting the need for comprehensive and layered security across the entire technology ecosystem. Honestly, with this, prove me wrong that they are not already inside, actually falling over each other. Number 10, road state aligned actors are most critical cyber threat to the UK. Probably America as well, you know. The UK's NCSC annual report detailed the emergence of a new class of cyber threat actor that is ideologically rather than financially motivated. These groups are becoming increasingly emboldened to act with impunity, having a higher risk appetite, and may not be able to fully understand or control the impacts of their actions, rendering them an extraordinary threat. Key takeaway: these guys are not quiet, and we will see more of this tactic of gaining entry and just wrecking the house, and really they have little interest in being silent. They're going to be noisy. The next story is ramifications on both sides of the pond and all around this little blue planet. Fears UK not ready for deepfake general election. The key issue: AI-generated misinformation, particularly deepfakes, poses a significant threat to the democratic elections. There's been some expert commentary on this. Sir Robert Buckland, he says, AI is a clear and present danger to UK democracy. He calls for stronger domestic regulations and international collaboration. Another theme, NCSC report, large language models and AI tools increasingly used to create realistic political deepfakes and hyper-realistic bots for spreading disinformation. Ken McCallum of the MI5, which is much like the FBI, but with far fewer guns and not so many cool movies. He says, while deepfakes are a risk, fixating on one form of threat is dangerous. Spear phishing emails might be the immediate threat. Go Ken. Okay, so the actionable items on this: cybersecurity professionals can research and develop AI detection and mitigation technologies. So hopefully someone is already on this. Social media platforms should implement stricter content moderation policies and prioritize reliable sources. Social media really does often sound like Beelzebub. And to be honest, I wish there was a good answer on this. There doesn't seem to be at the moment. Politicians and government officials should promote media literacy and awareness of AI-based misinformation campaigns, which really makes me laugh, as most of them can barely tie their shoelaces, never mind run companies or tell us about misinformation. Are they not all about misinformation? Anyway, international cooperation is crucial to combat cross-border disinformation efforts. Well, and there's the theme, but only if we can play nicely, right? The next story, NordVPN extends cybersecurity empire with cyber insurance. Users of the best, I use it, so it must be. One of the best, according to them, VPN services on the market can now get compensation when they fall victim to a cyber attack. NordVPN has just added some new cyber insurance benefits to the top tier of its VPN subscription. The provider has partnered with some select insurance companies in a continuous effort to bridge the cyber protection gap and support its customers affected by cyber criminals. UK customers can claim reimbursement of up to £5,000 in a 12-month period. And if they have not been able to recover the lost money via their bank, credit card company, or other finance provider. And then it just blows my mind. Those living in the US can ask a strange sort of turn of phrase, for up to $1 million for expenses incurred in the process of restoring their identity, and up to $100,000 if affected by cyber extortion. For example, if they become victims of ransomware. And to be honest, the math in this doesn't work in my head. It absolutely blows my mind. Good luck, Nord. The next story. China launches massive cyber attack on critical US infrastructure. This was a large-scale infiltration, a year-long operation dubbed Volt Typhoon. It targeted US infrastructure, including a water utility, a port, pipelines, and Texas power grid. The potential motive was apparently to sow chaos and hinder US response in a potential conflict with China, especially in the Indo-Pacific region. There was a shift in tactics, which marks a move from primarily espionage to potentially weaponizing infrastructure in an event of war. I would expect this anyway, to be honest. The target selection with specific focus on infrastructure crucial for logistics and mobilization, suggesting Taiwan as a potential target scenario. No shock there then. Some expert opinions, Brandon Wales from CISA and Morgan Adamski from NSA confirm the broader strategic aims of cyber attacks. I bet they didn't have to do a master's to work that out. The concerns, the vulnerability of critical infrastructure, and the potential economic and social disruption underscore the need for robust cybersecurity measures. Of course it does. The next story. US and allies seize website of prolific Russian-speaking ransomware gang and unlock victims' computers. Which is kind of cool, right? US and allies seized the main website of a prolific Russian ransomware gang, Alviv, saving victims $68 million. The FBI also developed a decryption key, helping over 1,000 global victims. The hackers often targeted, and no shock here either, healthcare and universities, which seem to be really soft targets. While the main site's now down, we hear others remain. Experts predict that the gang will regroup but lose affiliates due to damaged reputation. It's not going to go away, is it? Okay, the penultimate story of the year from which consumer magazine? The Strangest Scams of 2023. To be honest, they're not that strange. When they said strange, I was like, this is going to be my final story of the year because it's going to be strange. Anyway, it still made it into the stories. Government text gone wrong. Imagine a government text with wonky grammar and a vague, they quoted verbatim, "You're under the rest." Sounds more like a bad joke than a real threat, but highlights the growing use of AI chatbots in scams. Remember, official communications should be grammatically correct and clear. We'd hope. Secret office admirer. I actually know people that have fallen for this. I really do. Oh, I wish I could tell the story. Love letters from unknown colleagues promising forbidden romance. A classic scam. Don't get swept away by the drama. Romance scams often end with requests for money or worse. Compromising photos. Oh no, Billy. Billy. No, it wasn't Billy. No, sorry. Keep virtual relationships platonic and cautious. Which CEO imposter? Even trusted institutions get impersonated. Be wary of unexpected emails, especially those with odd phrasing or sender addresses. When in doubt, contact the organization directly through known channels. But you know that already, right? Okay, this is another one. Click for money protection. Don't fall for the protect your money trap in emails. Clicking suspicious links, as we know, can inject malware or steal your information. Banks just won't contact you in this way. We know that, right? Mystery gems. I want some mystery gems. Free gemstone rings you never ordered. It's not a lottery win. It might be what they call a brushing scam to boost online store ratings. Don't fall for surprise packages and be cautious about ordering from unfamiliar websites. AI generated Bear Grylls. Do you know who Bear Grylls is? Has he made it to America? Sort of ex-army type bloke that goes around drinking his own pee and living inside Campbell's. Was part-time SAS. Anyway, fake celebrity endorsements with computer-generated images are the new scam game. Don't invest based on online hype, especially if it involves exotic or unregulated investments. What's an exotic investment? Anyway, stick to trusted sources and reputable financial institutions. Okay, and finally for 2023, Lapsus, GTA 6 hacker handed indefinite hospital order. To be honest, this is quite sad. It is sad that the guy has actually a condition where he needs to be in hospital, but the story is interesting all the same. Aaran Leyland, an 18-year-old member of the infamous Lapsus cyber crime gang, has been handed an indefinite hospital order for his involvement in a series of high-profile hacks, including leaking clips of the unreleased Grand Theft Auto GTA 6 game. Diagnosed with severe autism, Kurtja from Oxford played a significant role in the gang's attacks on major firms like Uber, Nvidia, and Rockstar Games, costing these companies nearly $10 million. Okay, this is where it gets interesting, or like really interesting. But despite being under police protection and without his laptop, Kurtja executed his notorious hack using an Amazon Fire Stick, a hotel TV, and a mobile phone. I will say that one again, using an Amazon Fire Stick, a hotel TV, and a mobile phone. So what do we take away from that? You are good enough to move on to that next level job, maybe even 2 levels. He managed to breach Rockstar Games, stealing 90 clips of the much-awaited GTA 6 and threatening to release the game's source code. This act alone cost Rockstar Games about $5 million and thousands of hours of staff time to recover. Okay, that is the last live and recorded show for 2023. It's been an honor, it really has, to be on so many shows this year. We will be happy to see you all in 2024. Please tell your friends to come by. I leave on thanks to Doug, Jason, Paul, Sam, Renee, all of the team on PSW, all the other presenters, and of course the production team. Without them, we would be just another Mickey Mouse show like other security podcasts. I'm joking. Keep up the good work, fellow podcast people. Have a great end to your 2023, everyone. And I wish for better things for all you in 2024. Peace out.